Have you ever wondered what the world was like before the Great Flood? The story of Noah and the flood in Genesis 6 through 9 reveals a time when humanity had fallen into deep corruption. Yet one man, Noah, found favor in God's eyes. This is a powerful story of judgment, faith, and redemption that continues to teach us valuable lessons today. As generations passed after Adam and Eve, the earth became filled with wickedness. People turned away from God, indulging in violence, evil desires, and idolatry. Their hearts were corrupt, and every thought they had was sinful. Seeing this, God was grieved. He had created humanity to live in righteousness, but instead they had chosen sin. Genesis 6:6 tells us, "The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled." God made a painful decision. He would cleanse the earth of its corruption through a great flood, wiping away the wickedness and starting anew. But one man stood out: Noah. Noah was a righteous man who walked faithfully with God. Unlike the rest of the world, he remained obedient and lived a life of integrity. Because of this, God chose to save Noah and his family. God spoke to Noah, "I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. Make for yourself an ark of cypress wood." Noah was given specific instructions to build a massive ark. 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. 3 decks, rooms inside, and a roof to keep out the water. Coated inside and out with pitch to make it waterproof. God also commanded Noah to bring pairs of every animal, male and female, onto the ark to preserve life. Additionally, Noah was to store food for his family and the animals. Though this task seemed impossible, Noah obeyed without question. For decades, he worked tirelessly on the ark, facing mockery and disbelief from those around him. The people laughed at Noah, rejecting his warnings of the coming flood. When the ark was finally complete, God gave Noah a final command: "Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation." Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives entered the ark. Then, just as God had said, animals of every kind came in pairs, entering the ark to be saved. Lions, elephants, birds, insects, all creatures great and small. 7 pairs of clean animals for sacrifice and food. 2 of every unclean animal for preservation. After they had all entered, God himself shut the door. Then the rain began to fall. For 40 days and 40 nights, water poured from the heavens, and the fountains of the deep burst open. The waters rose higher and higher, covering mountains, valleys, and everything on the earth. Those outside the ark cried out in terror, realizing too late that Noah's warnings were true, but only those in the ark were safe. The floodwaters remained on the earth for 150 days. Everything that had breath in its lungs perished: mankind, animals, and all living things on dry land. Only Noah and those with him in the ark survived. After months of waiting, God remembered Noah and caused the waters to recede. A mighty wind blew over the earth, and the floodwaters began to dry up. Eventually, the ark came to rest on Mount Ararat. Noah sent out a raven, but it found no place to rest. Later, he sent a dove, which returned with an olive leaf, a sign that land was beginning to appear. After over a year inside the ark, God commanded Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your family. Release the animals so they may multiply and fill the earth." With joy, Noah and his family stepped onto dry ground, a new beginning for humanity. Noah's first act after leaving the ark was to build an altar and offer sacrifices to God. He worshipped with gratitude and humility, knowing that God had spared him and his family. God was pleased with Noah's faith and made a covenant with him. "Never again will I destroy the earth with a flood. As long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease." To seal this promise, God set a rainbow in the sky, a sign of his mercy and faithfulness to all generations. The story of Noah and the flood teaches us several important lessons. 1. God sees the hearts of people. The world was full of evil, but Noah remained righteous. 2. Obedience to God brings protection. Noah followed God's commands even when others mocked him. 3. God is just but also merciful. He punished sin but provided a way of salvation through the ark. 4. The rainbow is a reminder of God's promises. He is faithful to those who follow him. Like Noah, we are called to walk with God, trusting in His plans even when the world around us seems lost. And just as the ark was a place of salvation in Noah's time, Jesus Christ is our salvation today, the one who saves us from sin and brings us into new life. If this message inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more biblical stories and teachings. See you in the next video.